Hi, I'm Rumy, and today I'll be talking on the topic that focus on competition has always been a formula for mediocrity. Well, it is a well known quote by Daniel Burrus, who is a disruptive, innovative expert and a public speaker. Well, different people have different interpretations on this idea, so in the following slides, I'll be talking about what my interpretation is. As per the data, the world population has reached up to 7.8 crores. Out of these 7 crores people in the world, whether they live in a city or a village, whether they have an educational degree from a university or they haven't completed their education, whether they are financially stable or they are still struggling. Out of these huge amount of people, only 99% of them are convinced that they are incapable of achieving great things. So they aim for mediocrity. Well, these numbers reveal that the level of competition is thus fiercest for realistic goals, paradoxically making them the most competitive. The pull towards mediocrity is too strong. Most people never escape the pull, and much of the thinking around us is very small minded. We are constantly fighting for scrapes with the 99% of the population. So, now let's talk about that 99% of the population. Let's think that what could be the deepest dreams of an average person falling in this 99% of the population. Well, those deepest dreams would be 100% financial independence, traveling around the world, being your own boss, buying a house, a loving partner, and other worldly things. But one doesn't realize that these are the mere dreams of what defines mediocrity. And the moment their bubble of dreams is sealed, they get the tag of a mediocre. So now the question is that what if one wants to come out of the bubble of this 99% of the people? Well, in that case, there are two key things that needs to be done. The first is coming out of the mediocre bubble of dreams that they have created. It's high time that they should dream big and aim high and burst this bubble. The second key thing that needs to be done is learning from the failures. Well, this is one of the most important differentiating factor between this 99% of the people and the top 1%. These 99% of the people, the moment they fail, they start questioning themselves and then there is no way out. While the other top 1%, they learn from their mistakes. They make their every failure a key milestone in their path to success. Now let's talk about the 1% of the population. This is that 1% that rises above the mediocrity level. Well, it is truly said that is always lonely at the top. Now, if you think about what could be the definitions or the key characteristics of these 1% of the people, if you ask me, the first quality, which is the most important according to me, is innovation. Innovation can also be perceived as questioning the dogma, breaking the conventional rules. Mediocrity is the art of conformity, where, whereas challenging the stratosphere is what innovators do. The second key quality is leadership, the art of leading the people. And the third key quality is the zeal for continuous improvement. Well, if you have these three qualities, then it's the best recipe for reaching the top 1% of the people. Well, now I would like to analyze each one of the characteristics and substantiate my belief with the examples. So when we talk about innovation, the first thing that came to my mind was invention of a bicycle, which was done by Baron Karl von Drais in 1817. So this invention that took place 200 years ago shook the world and led to various other inventions of motor vehicles. The second quality, leadership. Well, I would like to quote the example of Mr. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, who was a lawyer by profession, practicing law in South Africa and then in India. It was his leadership strengths and qualities that drove him to convince the people and fight for the nation and become a freedom fighter. Talking about the improvement, the first figure that came to my mind was that of Steve Jobs. Well, everyone is well aware with the story of Steve Jobs. He was the founder of Apple. He founded Apple, and then he was asked to leave the company. Then he became the founders of Next and Pixar, and then he again returned to Apple, and then the breakthrough invention of iPod took place. His example shows that the zeal for continuous improvement is what keeps you driving, and thus it's a key ingredient of reaching that top 1% of the people. Thank you.